Hey guys, James Wilson-Taylor here for Roxanne with a very special news update as after a year away, Eurovision is back. The Eurovision Song Contest, absolutely huge event with competitors from all over Europe coming together performing original songs for a TV audience in the hundreds of millions voting from home. And I am delighted to say we are joined by the Finnish entry this year, very much also the rock representative I find in the Eurovision this year. From Blind Channel, we've got Niko and Joel. Hello, Rotterdam. This is London calling. How are you, gentlemen?
Great. Like it's been a busy week, but this is what we do. Like it's amazing to get back on a big stage after such a long time. So yeah, we're super excited.
I imagine it must be like such a surreal situation because this is going to be a Eurovision like no other, right? Obviously, some restrictions are still in place, but so good. Like you say, the fact that we even saw in the most recent semi-final at the time of recording, you guys have got the semi-final tomorrow night, but having a crowd again. I mean, there's several thousand people in an arena, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, like the crowd is like the main reason we're doing it. Like we saw the first semifinal yesterday, and to see all those thousands of people screaming, like it's gonna be so epic. We can't wait.
Yep. It's gonna be insane.
Yeah, man. So how are you guys preparing? Let's get right into it because yeah, the semi-finals big deal. You've got staging to think about. You've got the performance. I know you guys have had the rehearsals and stuff already, right? How did that all go for you?
It's been really great. I mean, the show is gonna be insane. There's gonna be a lot of pyros. There's gonna be effects. We've been practicing a lot. I mean, like hundreds of times back in Finland and I think many rounds here in Rotterdam as well. So we're prepared pretty well. But yeah, let's see how it goes. It's gonna be anyway pretty insane rock show in every way.
Well, it's nice to see, man. Like I say, it's Eurovision, I guess, especially in the last few years, it's just a wide variety of musical styles. It feels like it keeps growing every single year, which is really cool. Rock always traditionally, I guess, kind of underrepresented. Really cool to see you guys out there bringing it in. Tell me a little bit about putting this song together. Dark Side, big new metal vibes coming through here.
Yeah, like Dark Side was written in the beginning of 2020. Like we had just released our third album. We had big things coming for 2020, but everybody knows what happened in the beginning of 2020. Like everything was canceled. We were sitting at our rehearsal place. We were so pissed off. We wanted to throw our middle fingers up in the air and scream. And then we figured that a lot of people all around the world must be feeling exactly the same way. So we kind of wanted to write an anthem for all those people. Like when shit hits the fan, when life is not that good, you don't want to hear songs about love and hope and happiness. You need a song where you can throw your middle fingers up and fucking scream. And that's when Dark Side came up.
It was basically an anthem for the frustration we had on that point. And
yeah, and like then that was way before any talks about Eurovision. And then when the Eurovision idea came up, then we immediately knew that Dark Side was going to be the song to participate with.
Yeah, it fits really nicely. Like you say, it's great to have some kind of big cathartic anthems like that after this year and everything that everyone's been going through. I think it's hopefully something that the audience at home are going to really relate to. Like you say, everyone's been going through the same thing, right? That's definitely been those frustrations worldwide, yeah?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, that's the aim.
Yeah, we kind of hope that like some people are really like into it. They get the message. They're like, yeah, this is what we do. But also there's a lot of people who are saying that Eurovision is the wrong place for that kind of song, but we don't really care about any of that. Like the most important thing for us is that people have an opinion. It can be a good opinion, or if they don't like it, that's fine too. The most important thing is that people talk, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And like I say, I think a very relatable message in there for sure, man. And yeah, I guess, again, just looking at this year and this competition, I mean, how has the actual experience been? We hear all these stories about, it's effectively you're in a big artist camp, you're out there for the entire week, the big shows on Saturday, which we hope you guys get through for and everything. But how was that actually? Talk me through some of this weekly schedule. It must have been a bit manic for you, I'm sure.
Yeah, actually, yeah. It's been a lot of interviews. We've been practicing a lot, but basically it's been only in the hotel. So we just lay here, watch Netflix and chill out and drink beer. So yeah, we can't go to the parties. There's no parties. There's no people out there. So it's basically a bubble we're in right now. It's pretty different from an usual Eurovision experience, but it's still pretty damn good to be in a festival playing for audience and yeah,
we've been told that it's a really different Eurovision this year, but I guess the good thing is that we don't have any previous Eurovision experiences to compare it with, so we're just enjoying ourselves. It feels like, first it felt like an arena gig when we were on the stage.
Like a sound check for
like a sound check for an arena gig. Then now it starts to feel like some festival, and I think like when we were in the opening ceremony and we saw the other artists and the media and everyone's like we're celebrating, that's when it started to feel like, okay, so this is what Eurovision is all about.
Yeah, it's really cool to see. And I guess you've got a slight match. I think they're kicking around there this week, but obviously Lordi were one of the few big rock winners in the past, and obviously from Finland as well. Did you get any chance of having any kind of advice, any words of wisdom to be passed on there from those guys to you now you're taking on the mantle?
Well, not too much really. Like I heard that, well, you know that EBU like banned our middle fingers. We're singing about middle fingers, and we in our show we were meant to perform with our middle fingers up in the air, but we can't do that. We can't do that now because this is a family show. But Mr. Lordi, the singer of Lordi, like he told us, he didn't tell us, but we saw it on a paper or in the media that he was saying that, guys, you should do it anyway.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
But we figure out something better. We got the red middle fingers. So
yeah, we're
basically
painting them red. Like if we can't show them, we can at least make sure that no one can unsee them.
Yeah.
That's a cool move. I like that. If you're going to have to adjust, that's a very, very clever way of doing it. I like that a lot, man. I like that a lot. Also, who cares about seeing a middle finger on the TV anyway? I digress. But I want to talk a little bit about musical inspirations as well, because like I say, you know, it's clearly the track itself when you hear it, you know, that kind of classic new metal sound, I guess, is a lot within there. But just generally, who do you guys cite as your musical inspirations when you're working on stuff?
For sure, Linkin Park is the main influence from the day one. That's why we are what we are. But for sure, there's bands like Bring Me the Horizon and the Shikari. What do you say? Nothing But Thieves, stuff like that. So we wanna kind of wipe the modern rock music and also kind of mix it with the modern pop influences from electronic dance music and hip hop and stuff like that.
Yeah, like we love alternative rock and metal bands, but we also like good pop music like Billie Eilish, Post Malone, The Weeknd. And if we hear a cool song on the radio, we want to be able to say that, guys, we should do something like that. And then we just add our rock sound to it.
And that's why it's called violent pop.
That's why we call our music violent pop music.
And the brand for us, yeah.
Yeah, it's a clever terminology. Well, we should say, you know, in terms of what's coming next, from what I've been hearing, it sounds like you've been working a lot on new music, and particularly with Dan Lancaster, who we love. You know, he's a great producer, worked with so many amazing artists that we cover all the time. What's that working experience been like?
Well, like it's been super amazing to work with such a, can we already call him a legend?
Yeah, he's
like
a legend.
Legend like Dan Lancaster. Like we worked for him for the first time with Dark Side, actually, the song we're gonna perform at Eurovision, and we were stoked about the outcome. It sounded so good. And now actually, like we've been making new music all the time. We have a follow-up single to be released later this year after the competition, and we got the mix back
yesterday
from Dan Lancaster,
yeah. And it sounded fucking brilliant.
We're listening to it all the time.
And if you were asking about the future, we can tell you firstly that we actually signed to Century Media and Sony Music to actually this week, and it's gonna
2 days ago.
It's gonna be released. The deal will be released today. What is the time? 16 p.m.
Yeah, 4 p.m.
So you're the first ones to hear about this, but yeah, we made the deal with Century Media and Sony. So there is a lot of things coming up after the Eurovision.
Yeah.
Man, congratulations. I mean, God, what a busy week for you guys, man. You guys aren't slowing down.
Yeah, but it's always
crazy.
like that. It's always like that in the music business, that you wait for years and then there comes like this one day and everything just fucking happens. Like we get the new mix, sounded awesome. Century Media and Sony Music wants to like do a deal with us. We need to like perform to 200 million people. Like everything happens at the same time.
And we're interviewed by Rock Sound.
Yeah.
Which is one of my bucket list things. So.
Oh, that's nice to hear. I'm glad we could tick one more thing off the list. That's a cool thing, man. Well, guys, I mean, genuinely, best of luck to you. It's really, really exciting to see, you know, proper rock bands in on Eurovision. You know, I'm always a fan of Eurovision anyway, just watching it. It's such a good, fun show. But to see some rock music in there, particularly the stuff you guys are doing, really, really cool to see. Best of luck with the semi-finals. We hope to see you in the final as well, guys. All right?
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
All the best to you guys. All right, Blind Channel, everybody.